So hello again. For the ones that don't know me, I'm Sergi Labert, Worldwide Product Manager for the T100 and T500 printer series. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining you a competitive overview of this platform. So I hope you had the chance to view the video that I have also done regarding the product presentation and what are we bringing new in these platforms. Because this video is going to be explaining you how do we compete with our competitions, what is better than them, and how can we sell our printers to show that we are better in most of the cases. So for all of you, you probably know, but the competition is getting very tough there, with two introductions from Canon and also from Epson. Our direct competitors from Canon for these platforms are the TM200 and 300, and from Epson, the 3100 and the 5100. Some of the product names can change depending on the region that you're watching this from. But let's get down to it. What are we doing better? So we said in the product presentation that this printer was their perfect fit for their office and budget. It's radically simple to use from setup to output, and it has an outstanding DesignJet quality that gives the image of reliability and trust that our clients are expecting. Let's go one by one. What are we doing against our competition regarding the first part, regarding the perfect fit? So let me start with an insight. Did you know that 55% of our clients consider affordability a key purchase point for this platform? So with this, we're showing that we are extremely more efficient than them. So you can see here what we use as milliliters per square meter in the three plans that we have on the bottom. So you can see that in all the print modes, we are more efficient than our competition. So while printing, we're already using less ink than our direct competitor, ultimately bringing a more affordable platform. But not only this, there is something that being able to produce these printers for the last 28 years gives us a lot of knowledge in terms of managing waste and be able to have a good print head with a good life without the need of generating a lot of waste. And this is translated into us wasting way less ink than our competition. So if you take a look at the screen, you will see how much ink is wasted only with printhead cleaning for our main competitors. So you can see that we are wasting in 3 years 25.9 milliliters, so less than one of our cartridges size. Epson is wasting 180 milliliters. And here, we're not even counting that every time you finish one of the cartridges of Epson, it does another printhead cleaning. But the worst is Canon. Canon wastes 570 milliliters in 3 years. This can be a bit complicated to understand. So, okay, but what does this mean for our clients? Let me break it down. So, wasting 25.9 milliliters is equivalent to 4 A1s a month during 3 years. So, that's what we waste. Let's think about Epson. 33 A1s per month wasted using an Epson printer. And last but not least, 104 A1s per month if you have a Canon. Fully wasted. So it's true, their cartridges are bigger, but their waste is enormous. And our typical client, how much do they print? 20, 50, 100 A1s of typically cut drawings? These numbers that you have on the screen is the ones that they would be able to print if they were using our printers. That was regarding the first one. Let's go to the second one. We also said that it was a printer that it was radically simple. Why? Why is this important? So 10% of our files are reprinting due to wrong printouts. So this, we already said it in the product presentation, but there is more. 62% of the files that are printed in our large formats are PDFs. Do you know how annoying it is to print PDFs if you have to print a project printing, so if you have to print 5 printing. For this, let me roll the video and where you will see how it is to print 5 PDFs with our printers and how it is to print it with Canon or Epson. Let's roll the video. So this is the summary, right? It's crazy tiring to do it with an Epson and 45 number of clicks. And yes, we had the preview activated. If you manage to deactivate the preview for their platform, which, okay, you can do it, but even if you do deactivate it, you would do 25 clicks versus 3. It would take you almost 10 minutes to print the file, to print the 5 files. And this is a super typical job that one of our architects would be doing. It is true that Canon has a Canon Direct Print and Share, but it still doesn't manage to fight the key pain point that our clients have, and it's that they don't really know how to print. They don't know what paper is loaded. They don't know what's the size of the PDF, because maybe they have never printed before. We have to remind them that it's an entry-level platform. So even with this, they have a Canon Direct Print and Share, but even with this, we are way more efficient than them. With a machine that, in terms of spec, of box spec, we are slower than them. But you can see from the screen what is the final result. So we are faster than them and way easier to use. And the third pillar, we said DesignJet quality, right? What is this important? So we've been here for 28 years, and this has an effect. And it's that 80% of large format clients think that we are more reliable. For things like this, for things like the ones that you're going to see in the following video, where you will be able to see that we produce better lines, better patterns, and we never miss a line. Let's roll the video. So crazy, right? At the end, for things like this is the ones that our clients perceive as more reliable. In the screen, you have another example, which is our gray lines. You know that last week we were talking with one of our clients, and he was saying that he gave back one printer, it was an A3 in this case, from Epson, because the gray lines didn't match what he was designing. They spent hours and hours designing these drawings. And for them, it is important that the quality is always outstanding, even if it's draft. And this is what we achieve with our printers. We also talked about patterns. We talked about missing details. They are unable to produce some of the CAD files. The CAD file that they were unable to produce, it's the one you have in the screen. And that's the one we showed you in the video. But who of your clients is going to be checking each file printed and make sure that there is no missing details? Do you know the consequences that could happen if you give a plan that it's missing a wall to one of your contractors? This is very important because it's not only anymore about having good quality of the lines to make sure that you see on the paper what you've been spending hours designing. It is about quality of the whole building. If there is missing a wall, you won't be able to build what you have been designing. And these have enormous effects in terms of like budget, money, time, etc. So this is why our clients perceive us as way more reliable, because our machines never fail. With all of this, I thank you for your time.